Good morning from Bali. I want to talk to you today about being enough. I used to live in Maui a few years ago, and I woke up one morning out of the clear blue and rolled over and heard something spoken to me in my spirit. It seemed like it was right here in my face. And what I heard was, the only thing you need to do is just be. That is enough. You are enough. I was like, I never heard anything like that before, and I certainly didn't have an inner voice that talked to me like that. And it was really, really shocking. I didn't really know what to do with it. And I honestly have been processing this for the last few years. It comes back every now and again to remind me of the truth. And it just came back to me again yesterday because had this I had this day, and I've been having these weeks lately. I've been learning a lot more about my family history, and I've been talking to a lot of my friends and trying to help out my tribe live their life, and all of it's going crazy and all of it's going haywire, and none of it is really seeming to work. Anybody ever felt like that? You do your very best and do everything you can, and it doesn't seem like it matters, doesn't seem like it's working, doesn't seem like it's changing anything. That was me yesterday. And I'll tell you how I got there. I came out here to spend some time and just like worship for a while. And in the middle of it, I decided that I needed to call the bank and fix the account title on one of my accounts because it had my old name and it had my deceased husband's name on there. And I had changed that a long time ago. He's been passed away now 11 years. So I changed that a long time ago. And then I ran across my records. I was going through my statements one day and I saw these old names on there and I'm like, what the hell is happening? So I decided that yesterday was the day that I was going to call the bank and finally fix this whole thing. 2 hours, three or four representatives later, and I am now completely in the thick of things and back 10 years, 11 years back, feeling all of the impotence, feeling all of the insignificance of not being able to save my husband's life. I'm feeling all of the impotence and the insignificance of watching everything that's happening in the world that's going crazy and not feeling like I have anything to contribute, not feeling like I matter, not feeling like I have anything to say that's going to change anything or fix anything. Inner child wound, so much therapy about that. But just generally feeling this overwhelm of not really being able to make a difference, not really being able to matter in the things that I really deeply care about and that are very important to me personally, to us as a society, to us globally, and just like, you know, not really mattering, not really making a difference and feeling very insignificant. And I went to pray yesterday because I was really bombarded and really bogged down by this overall feeling. And as I just sat with God for a cool minute, a few things happened. One, I was reminded about the only thing that you need to do is just be, that is enough and that I am enough. And I'm going to say this here now, spoiler alert, it's for you too. The only thing that you need to do is just be, because that is enough and you are enough. There, just saved you some therapy. Yeah, this idea that we have to do all of these things and perform and show up online and jump over here and do this for that person and jump over there and do that for that person, and finding our own value and our own worth diminishing in our own sight and not knowing how to rescue it, and then just watching it just A lot of times just leave, you know. And as I sat with God yesterday and searched for answers, I heard something in my spirit, and that was that love has created all things, and that love loves everything that it has created. And I was like, wait a minute, what? So I just want to take a moment for a second, right? 'Cause we're talking about love, and I have learned that when we talk about love, we all hear something totally different. And I just want to kind of pinpoint my definition of love for a second, like, or even pose the question, like, what is love? Is love the feeling that you feel when you hear a song and it's sung in exactly the right vibrato and it's got exactly the right lyrics? Is love the look in a child's eye when they see their favorite person? Is love the look in a parent's eye when they see their child play with a puppy or a kitten for the first time? Is love the absolute joy of climax when you've been intimate with your partner just before the afterglow wanes? Maybe love is all of these things, but maybe love is more than that. You know, the Bible talks about love in 1 Corinthians. Love is patient, love is kind, it doesn't seek its own, it's not puffed up, it's all of these things, right? Love is a concept, love is a person, love is a verb, it's an action word. Love is a lot of things to a lot of people. But what I'm learning is that love is the peace of just being, and that being enough. At its core, love is not performance. I'm learning that the labels that we put on people's love a lot of times is a reflection of the desires that we have being projected onto them and reflected back to us. And not that it's a bad thing, because we're all learning what love is in real time. And sometimes you just need some mirrors, and sometimes you just need some reflection to help you get an idea of what it is. But love transcends all of the definitions that I've even named and the definitions that you've probably been coming up with as I've been talking here, that has told us our value, has told us our worth, has told us our lack of worth, and has told us our lack of value when we haven't gotten those things and when we haven't received those things. And what I'm saying to you today, and what I'm having downloaded to me too in real time, is that even if none of those things existed, and even if none of those things crossed my path or crossed your path, that just the essence of being created by the spirit of love means that we've already come into this life fully loved. Every grain of sand that has ever been created, God knows about. Every hair on our head that's ever grown or ever fallen out or ever going to grow has been numbered by heaven. And I found myself wondering, like, why? I feel really insignificant in this world. I feel really insignificant in the day-to-day of life and sometimes in my friends and my family's lives. And I'm like, why do I matter to God if I don't feel like I matter anywhere else? I'm going to say it again. Love has created all things, and love loves all things that it has created. I heard many years ago, after my husband passed away, I was so broken and I didn't know what the point of life was anymore. And I talked about this a little bit on my socials a couple of months ago, but I'm going to talk a little bit more fully here now. When that happened 11 years ago, 11 and a half years ago, I went to God because I was like, what is the point of this life? What is the point of living this life and getting married and having kids, not having kids, going to work, not going to work? You know, having friends, not having friends. Like, what's the point of this whole thing? What are we striving for? What are we, pursuing if all we're going to do is end up dead and none of it's going to matter and no one's going to remember your name and none of it's going to be significant? And I heard something then, and I'm a person that strings things together, and I have found that for me personally, everything doesn't come at once when I'm talking to God. It comes in pieces, it comes over months, it comes over years sometimes, but I like to string them together because it's all one continuous conversation. And what I heard in my spirit then was that the purpose of this life was to learn love, to learn to love, and to learn to be loved. And I was like, I went to my spiritual father at that time when that happened, and I asked him the same question I'd been asking for 6 months and gotten the same answer over and over again, like unceasingly. I finally went to him and I was like, Nate, what's the point? And he asked me, what's the point of what? And I'm like, the point of all of this, and I told him the same thing I just told you. And he said, I feel like the point of all of this is to learn love. And so when I string that truth together with the truth that I just heard last night, I'm confronted with this idea that all of these pursuits that we have in this life, while they're important to enjoy our lives, while they're important to occupy our time and to stimulate our growth and to help other people however we can help them, that all of those things don't equal the pursuit of what this life really means. And they don't actually give us the things that we really strive for and really crave on the inside of ourselves, which is to know our significance. And what I'm learning and what I'm finding today, and I want to share with you, is that our significance isn't found in anything that we do. Our significance isn't found in all of the things that we pursue. Our significance certainly is not found in social media and all of the highlight reels that we post to impress other people. Our significance is in the very fact that we have been created, and that we have been created by love, and that spirit of love loves us just because we are, and that is enough, and that I'm enough because of that, and you're enough because of that. So I just want to encourage you a little bit today that if you've been finding yourself bogged down by the kids, if you have been finding yourself overlooked by your job, if you've been finding yourself feeling insignificant because the things that you put into your value and into your worth in this life have fallen apart, and you don't know what the next step is, and you don't know how to rescue what seems like it has floated all away, and you're just finding yourself maybe at a low point, or maybe you're finding yourself at a turning point in this life where you're just questioning, like, what's the point? What's my purpose? Do I have one? Do I matter? I want to tell you, you do matter, because the creator of all that there is, the spirit of love, the universe, the God of love, the God of light and love and life, created you just because. And what I'm finding is that the just because is enough. I'm Dr. Sarah Samantha Ann, and I just wanted to share a few things with you today, and I hope that it blesses you, and I hope that you are blessed, and I hope it gives you food for thought, so that as you're turning over your day and you're turning over the things that are important to you, and you're spending time with the people that you love and that love you, that as you're doing all of these things, that everything can condense to something that is manageable and to bring you a sense of peace that very few things in this life will actually bring you and will actually offer to you. And that's the simplicity of just being. So God bless you, God bless you, God bless you. I hope you have a wonderful day. But before you go, let me pray for you. Dear Heavenly Father, dear Heavenly Mother, we just thank you for this day. We thank you for bringing everything down for us today to a simplicity that we can manage, and the simplicity that matters, which is that you love us and that we have been created by love and we've been created in love. No matter what our origin story is, no matter how things have panned out, that we were created in love, that we are loved by the creator of love, and that we matter just because love has decided to make us matter. And I want to just send out a blessing over everyone who's watching this video this day, everyone who's hearing my voice today, that you would understand and know intimately, and that it will be revealed to you intimately, that you are the beloved of God, and that if you didn't do another thing today or another thing tomorrow, if you didn't meet any more quotas, if you didn't figure out how to supply someone else's demand, if you didn't even find a moment to come to yourself today, except for this one right here, that throughout it all, there has been a continuous thread of love in you and over you and surrounding you. And right now, I just want to surround you with angels singing, and I want to release to you the blessing that every grain of sand that has ever been created and every hair on your head that's ever been grown and fallen out and maybe is still there, that every one of them was intentionally made, and every one of them matters, and every one of them, just like you, are greatly loved. Have a wonderful day. God bless you from Bali. See you soon.